Why am I doing this? Why? Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just show myself playing through it with Rockman. It's easier, I suppose. I take less damage. But... And I don't know what else has really changed, to be honest. We'll find out soon. I've already done Clown Man, but... Just to show you what the stage was like, though... Sans the boss, but I'll show him in Boss Rush. Like, when we get there, hopefully. Hopefully we get there. Yeah, compared to... the stint with Roll that we did, you might notice that he takes considerably less damage. I really don't understand why. We're always mistreated the way she was, but c'est la vie. Alright, come on. And we're at the train room. Be careful with the collision there. If you land on it wrong, it is an instant kill in this. I love how, like, the icons in this version of the game don't matter, because you can easily dodge it if it's a skull or an X. It is, like, so easy to dodge. Okay, we don't have much to work with, but... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pretend like I didn't have that. Yeah, not that hard, honestly. It was a bit more difficult, shall we say, to kill in the original PS1 version. But the game was also a lot more generous with checkpoints in that version too, so it kind of evens out here. I already have max lives, that means nothing to me. I will say, after being used to Magmammal giving you infinite lives, playing anything else just kind of feels obnoxious. What's with all the freaking extra lives, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, that would never happen if I was playing the Roll-Chan version. But then again, I'm starting to realize that a lot of that version is just bullshit anyway. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. By the way, if you really want to exploit a spot, you can come here. They will infinitely spawn in that area, and you can just kind of just get as many item drops from them as you want. So, I had to have used that with Roll especially, since she would always be low on health by this point. Oy. Alright. Now, I'm not going to go to the secret door down there. Because it just has an extra life down there, which I obviously don't need. But if you want to get there, just go to, like, the top left square up there, and it'll take you there. Well, I dodged it, but I ran into an enemy. Oh well. Didn't do much. And this is where the boss would be? He's not that hard, though, honestly. Alright, let's see. Can I afford anything? Not yet. I just need the energy balancer. I have the key items now. So, next up, we have your weakness. Let's see what you're all about. I'm guessing that the color schemes are different in his version. Odd. You know, for the most part, his stage isn't much harder than Clown Man's, though it does have one element of it I'm not too enthused about, and we'll be seeing what that is soon. Oh, stop it. Ugh. Come on. No. We don't want to do that. You gotta be careful on this stage. Yeah, some floors are invisible, which can get a little obnoxious your first time through. Okay, do I want to go up or down? I don't know. There's two routes. Yeah, I just don't want to hit the spikes. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to find out later. Yeah, I remember the up and downs being a problem all around. Oof. Okay. This is why this place sucks. Oh, it sucks. Alright. And I don't have really much that's really super great against you either, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, this guy is just a troll. I might have to come back with an E-tank or two. I was doing pretty good dodging that stuff. Wow, did I do it? Oh, I did it. Okay, we're good. We're good now. Okay. Because the rest of this I don't think will be that bad, as long as I'm cautious. What's with Snakes on Parade down here? Yeah, these things will come out near as fast in this version as they did with Rolls, I can already tell. Yeesh. Okay, can't get that unless I have the flame power. Which you will not see me getting for some time. Okay, I could use Thunderclaw since, like... Alright. Is there any reason that they should be blown up? No. Okay. Oof. Gotta keep an eye out for the up and downs. I think that's what they're called anyway. That's what I've always called them. Yeah. I know where to get E-Tanks. And you know what? I value an E-Tank a lot more than extra life, so... yeah, let's do that. So, that E-Tank was not there in Rollo's campaign. It was just a life capsule, I think. A large one. So, okay, things are going to be very different, I can tell, for his campaign. As long as I can keep it in mind. Thank you, Ron Mithril, for telling me you can hit through their shields. That is very nice to know. I learned a lot from watching him. Alright. So, do you have to take damage there, or what? Okay, so, slide like crazy. Well, you don't have to slide, I suppose, but... wait, it's just gone? Really? So it doesn't ever come back? That's lame. Ooh. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have died. That is incredibly unfair. Like, really? Then again, this is Mega Man 8 FC. Everything about it is unfair, so... although I am noticing that the game feels largely more bearable with him than it was with her. Like, it's still bullshit, sure, but... I think I can manage, though. For the most part, though. If you want to see me fail, wait until we get to freaking Swordman stage. Yeah, I don't know if you can really avoid that. Oh man, I really wish I had that E-Tank. I can worry about that later. Okay. I know we're getting close to the end here. Well, I got one of those extra lives back. Yeah, we're at the end now, okay. I'm not at full health, so I'm not gonna try to use the weakness yet. Even though I do remember this guy being a pretty big joke with the weakness, so... but it's fine, whatever. Oh wait, his arena's different. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What? Why are we starting at the bottom? Does that hurt me? Like, oh, that's... okay. Okay, this is... quite mean, yes. Oh, really wish I had the E-Tank now, honestly. Because it's a bit harder to approach him now. with the platforms being a hindrance. Okay. You are weak to this, though. Yeah, that's quite nerve-wracking, let me just say. At least it's over. And at least now I can get all the E-Tanks I could ever want. Cut Flash Bomb. Cool. Don't have enough, of course. We could do something about that, though. Hold on. If we're right next to it. How'd that miss you? Yeah, that's better. Okay, now I have enough. Alright. Do need to get some of those lives back, but... especially since we're going there next. That's one of the trouble stages, honestly. Besides, we need to check that secondary route to see if anything's down there. Because most stages are supposed to have, like, 3 different things you can get. And I only saw 2. One behind something that requires Flame Sword, and... ugh, damn it. Okay. Oh, is that a invisible floor? Alright. Oh, I didn't buy the thing, damn it. Ah. Oh well. I don't think it's gonna be a problem just yet. Okay. This time we're going down. Nothing. Alright. I mean, that's a life capsule up there, but... but yeah, that's the only reason to come down here. To avoid the spike room. Alright. Okay. Is this good on you? Well, no, it's not. I had a feeling, but... oh, does that hit through your shield? Interesting. Shield piercer. Up and down. She'll be the end of me one of these days. Okay, speaking of Flash Bomb. You good against this thing? It'd be nice. Yes! Whoa! Yes, you are! Fuck. Yeah, it wasn't that good when I played this role, that's for sure. I think they nerfed way too much with her mode, because nothing particularly feels fun. Oh, if only I can get that. I can't. It's gonna be some time before I even try to attempt that. Okay, this is the part where I need to pay attention. Gotta lock in. Oh, an extra life. Thank you very much. Wait, that time I got past it? What did I do different? Yep, out. I'll only get one for now. What the fuck? Why is that so itchy? Damn it. Okay, gonna go ahead and catalog that up-to-date password. There we go, now I got it. All the key items achieved. So, next up, we're gonna be working on maxing this stuff out. All in due time. It's much cheaper than Roll Chance playthrough, where everything is like priced out like crazy. I might have enough to do this. How much do I have? I did get an extra life out of that. We have 8 total. Go and grab the bolt on my way through here, but yeah, I think we'll be fine. Come on, open up. Alright. So Frostman stage is kind of obnoxious. But we'll see what we can do about it. And it all comes down to those fuckers. Those stupid giant telly things. I hate them. Okay, this part's pretty simple up to this point, but... Wait, really? Okay. But here is where it sucks. You see, a stage is very short. But it's mostly this. Jump, jump, slide, slide. Yeah, this part, it could suck off. That one fucking giant tally will fuck me up each time I try to do this. I swear, I don't know why they felt the need to put him there. I mean, doing the sled segment's hard enough. I mean, seriously, this is so mean. Yeah, there's several moments where you have to cleverly work around those things. Oh, come on, no. Why is this segment have to be in the game? It's so bad. It is so badly designed. I'm usually lucky if I can ever get across these. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. There's just so much you have to be able to do in quick succession. And this isn't even the hardest stage, believe it or not. You'd think so, but no, it's not. Are we almost done? Please tell me we're almost done. We are. Oh, thank you. Fuck. I don't know what's down there. I don't really care. I could care less. Come on. Okay, at least I have a few lives left for this. And there's a reason I brought at least one E-tank for this, too. I really feel like I should have brought more, though. Of course, there's ice physics in this room, making dodging him a downright nightmare. Yeah. You always want to come to this guy with his weakness. Like, trying to fight him in this one? Horrifying. They made it much harder. And he's not the only one, either. They gave them such an overhaul, it's ridiculous. Clustering them only, for most of them, is pointless. Damn it. Just die. I want to have this hell stage. Frozen hell. Okay. You know what's really sad? Well, first let me comment on the fact that it should be Frost Wave, not Ice Wave. But I'm not the one that does the names. But on the PS1 version, I can do the sled sequence very easily. It's really not even... It's super easy. Fairly inconvenient, as you could say. Unfortunately, it seems like for whatever reason, you don't have as much control over your jumps on the sledding in the Famicom version as you'd like. And it honestly just feels really aggravating trying to get across some of those jumps. So we got anything? Or anything we can get? Well, one of each of these. Okay, cool. So that's something at least. So we actually have this, okay. I really need more lives. But yeah, the instant death segments are probably going to be still my biggest problem in this. Okay, enough fun with that. But yeah, that is kind of useful for certain rooms, where they just love throwing these on the ground. Okay, so how good is this on you in this version? Considering you're moving most of the time, and are usually out of reach, not very. Yeah, you're always being in the air, usually, where I can't reach, so that kind of sucks, but... Okay, can I get rid of you? Thank you. Okay. And here we go. Alright. Well, I mean, if you want to go ahead and give me those, all power to ya. I mean, I might have hoped for at least one, but they gave me two back-to-back, damn it. I mainly just wanted to come here to get some bolts on the way through. Yeah, I definitely need more. Yeah, that stage really drained me, shall we say. Okay, can I have one more? That would be great. And yes, you're probably thinking, why don't you just use your boast to buy some, dude? It's wasteful, that's why. I mean, if there's an alternative way to get them, then I'd rather not have to spend currency on it. Besides, while I'm trying to wait around for them to drop some of those, I can get bullets as well, so it's a time saver. And yeah, we're gonna be at max lives again. Sweet. I wish they dropped that off to another Roll-Chan one. Alas. Okay, that was mean. Alright. Well, at least you're gonna see me go into the room this time. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Max lives. Alright. Gonna go ahead and get that password. Because, yeah, we're gonna need that. Alright. Go and take a couple of these for the road, and can go on. A stage that was almost impossible to beat for Roll-Chan. And I'll explain why when you get there. First, some fun with bubbles. Also, can we just talk about the series obsession with fucking bubbles? Can we do that? Because if it isn't the fact that they actually had Bubble Man, Mega Man 2, little bubbles you could ride on in Mega Man 5, giant bubbles you can ride in this game. Like, seriously, what is their obsession with that? Like, I don't know. It's so freaking oh god. Yeah, imagine coming through this place and taking 6 things worth of damage. But this place, especially, is where things went downhill. This part right here, there's a lot that you had to go through here. Also, it's worth noting that the enemies were way more aggressive, too, flying at a much faster speed towards you. So that also didn't help any. Yeah, I can see for the record that the enemies did not stick around long enough for me to pull that off. Let me just say that. Like, I would be hit like 4 or 5 times by now if I was playing Roll-Chan's 1. I should probably show it off at some point, just to show you what the difference is. Because, yeah, it was pretty rough. The Dompa cannons here were especially bad. Ooh. Yeah, this actually is considerably easier as him. Because I'm not taking near as much contact damage. And enemies are less aggressive, that helps too. Thread the needle. Now in this room you do have to be a little bit cautious here towards the end. Because they do try to trick you. That much I remember. Okay, let's see. Nope. Flub the jump. I kinda hate how the music swaps every time you die. It should be every time you leave the stage, not every time you die. Like, I understand some people like one song and some people like another, but I still feel like they should have just made it to where you want to listen to one song, then go to the stage. And if you don't like it, then just exit the stage and go back in and you just hear the other song. Having it happen every time you die in this stage just makes it feel very uncanny. And it's a big tonal shift. So... okay, there we go. That's how to do that one. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's not this one. This one? Yes, this one. Okay. Just let the birds fly by. If you jump too soon, then the birds will just knock you to the pit. It's annoying. It's right next to the boss gate, too. Very much a dick move, people. Alright. I'm mostly full health. Let's see if I can snag him with Ice Wave. It's supposed to be Frost Wave, but blah. Just a kid? Don't make me laugh. Well, you are tough in this version. Hard to hit him with, but man, does he take a lot of damage from it. Ah. Freaking hell. Okay, yeah, we've got you on the ropes now. Ah. I'm not taking the chance. Yeah, let's just be done with this. Yeah, they actually made him a lot tougher, because he just moves so much faster, and just moves overall seem harder to dodge, I feel. Tornado Hold. Sadly, because the way the weaknesses are worked out, you only get weaknesses for the first 4. When it comes to the second set of them, you need to find one of them you can beat Buster only. Figures. Don't have enough for anything. So we did die a couple of times, but we should still have plenty of lives left. However, I do want an E-Tank or 2, so hold on. Actually, I know a better place for this. But it would require me wasting all my lives, never mind. Oh, terrific. Oh, thank God that's invisible floor. Oy. Alright. Because there's really no penalty for us doing this. Let's just, do this, shall we? Well, that was annoying. It wouldn't let me jump out of the way of the explosion. Alright, well, we're getting closer to the spot we need to be at. Alright. Oh wait, that doesn't push shields? How come it did it the first time? Confused. Okay, we're at the boss, and we certainly know what works against you. Holy shit. Although it didn't work as well this time. I guess your aim has to be spot on for that to work. Okay, fair enough. Like I said, E-tanks matter more to me than lives do. So... okay. Alright. Handled this pretty damn well, I must say. Alright. Get the password. So we got a healthy amount of lives to get at least one E-tank. Alright. Rockman or Searchman I need to start with here. I'll try Rockman. Between the two bosses, he just seems like the easier one to take on. Plus, I think his stage is generally easier anyway. It's just very long, that's the problem. Oh, really? At least that's less punishing in his mode. Alright. Ooh, that was kind of close. Water stages have always been kind of known for instant death shenanigans, and it's not something I was ever particularly thrilled about. Okay. So we're at the mid-boss here. It's a water creature, and electricity is usually good against water, so let's try it. I mean, it's working pretty well. Yeah, that works extremely well, yeah. Electricity versus water wins every time. Cool. Last time I tried Flash Bomb, but... Okay, that's where you can get another extra life if you have Astro Crash. Okay, interesting. Alright. Kinda sucks that free E-tanks are not very common. I know where to get one, but it requires to go to Searchman stage. And I don't even know if I have what I need to reach it, believe it or not. Okay, we do have the means to get in here. Bolts? I'll take it. Sure. Ah. I don't know how to avoid that on the way out. I really don't. Okay, so we have two pathways we can go here. That looks a bit more dangerous, and if I know Mega Man like I do, the more dangerous path is usually the more rewarding one. So, let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Certainly very spiky. Not really noticing that there's anything here. Really. Extra life would have been there. Spikes would have been there. Okay. E-tank. Okay, I know where one is. Okay. So. I need to remember to keep to the left. Well, you gave me an extra life. Thank you, man. Okay, we're at the boss. Now, we don't have your weakness, so I can't trivialize you, but I do have a pretty good read on your pattern. I'm at max lives again? How the hell did that happen? Ugh. Okay, I don't have anything that's super effective against you in terms of sub-items, so I'm just gonna have to wing it. I don't think if there's anything that does at least 2 hits of damage here. At least. We can try it. Nope. I ain't doing anything. not really. Alright. Oops. Oh. Personal space, bitch. Personal space. I really should have used the E-Tank, but we got plenty of lives. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I need to learn when to shoot and when to charge. Actually, charging most of the time for this is proven to be pretty efficient. Because he gives you plenty of openings for it. Oh, you bitch. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Technically harder than the original, but that's not really saying much, honestly. Water balloon. Wow, that was certainly simple. And we know where to get E-Tanks now. It's just very hard to get to. So right now I still have one E-Tank, so I'm feeling pretty good. Oh wait, no I don't. I forgot where I need to go next. Oh. Yeah. I think I'm better off going to Grenade Man for the E-Tank, actually thinking about it. The length is about the same, but I feel like getting to the E-Tank in Aquaman stage would be harder. Yeah... That water balloon is actually not that great of a weapon in the instance. It basically just is a lobbing weapon. Which, sure, you could argue is good against some minor airborne enemies. But for the most part, the damage is low, and you'd have to spam it quite a bit to get damage out. I forgot, actually, which path was the safer one. At least I managed. This stage does have the up and downs, but the other stage is everything else. Honestly, yeah, that is the better way to go, is just go down here and do it. Alright, so... I'm curious, would this be any good? I mean, you are stationary. Actually, yeah, pretty much is. Wow. Neat. Ah, get close enough to hit him, damn it. That was mean, that he was about to knock me into that pit. Especially when I was so close to where I need to be. As tempting as it is to go to your stage, it just is not worth it. The boss is a pain in my side, and I don't have his weakness, so... Like, I've beat him before, it's just... I had to rely on a lot of V-Tanks to do it. I'd rather just wait, to be honest. Right. I always jitter a bit when it comes to up and downs. Because I never can remember exactly where they show up. Oh, come on. There we go. I can't believe just how much harder they made it for Roll's game. Because I don't... Like, aside from that sled sequence being just freaking bullshit, I haven't had much of the way of problems, really. Yet. That's about to change soon, yes, but... But still, it's just ridiculous just how much harder they made it. Like, what is this game's problem? Or rather, what I should be saying is, what's the developer's problem? 3 would be enough, but I do want to see some here. Oof. Ugh. Never have I been more glad for an invisible floor. Oh hey, we finally demonstrated that those things can dive down on you, if you give them the chance. But only sometimes. There are some bats that won't do that. Kind of strange, honestly. Okay, just a test. Yeah. Okay. Just wanting to make sure. Alright. Not what I meant to press. Okay. This still seems like the best way to go, per se. Yeah, pretty much. Because it kills them in 2 shots if you can aim it just right, so... definitely the way to go on that thing. Ah. Ugh. I always get nervous with that, with the position of the worm spawner. Okay. You fuckers. I knew it. In the Rollchan version, they capped it at 3. 3 E-tanks. You cannot hold more than that. What in the name of... oh my god. I fucking knew it that they did something like that. I just couldn't prove it until now. Oh, that. Oh. Oh, I may not be able to express it much, but you have no idea how much I'm seething right now. Oh, you have no idea. Yeah, I'm gonna take a small break before I go to this guy. Oh, yes.